Good morning, children of the Standard 5. Today in our maths class, we are going to read chapter 16, Lines, Angles and Circles. In this, first of all, we will learn about open and closed shape. So let us see what is an open shape. An open shape is made up of line segments, but there is at least one line segment that isn't connected to anything at one of its endpoints. It means that this open shape, it can have many line segments, but at the end of the line segment, one line segment will be there that will not be connected to anything. That means and there will be an opening and the shape will be called as the open shape because it does not have any endpoint and not connected to anything. Now, if a shape is enclosed from all the sides end to end and form a figure with no opening is called a closed shape. So, if the shape is enclosed means closed from all the sides or surrounded from all the sides, end to end, that means connected from one end to the other end to each other, then that figure will have no opening. And if the figure is not having any opening, then that figure is called the closed shape. As you can see, like suppose here there is S. Okay, if I have written S, then this S, it has opening over here, the sides. Now, if I want to make it a closed shape, then what I will do? I'll close it like this. So the opening is closed. Now this has become the closed figure, and first it was an open figure. Now let us see in detail. So closed figure. So in closed figure, what do we see? That in the closed figure there is an inside and an outside to the shape. So in closed figure we find that there is an inside also and outside to the shape. The shape is having inside part and outside part. To get from inside to outside, you must cross the boundary. So to get from inside to outside, what we have to do? We have to cross the boundary. Then only we will be able to come out. Now in the open figure, let us see what will happen in the open figure. In the open figure, not closed. So there isn't an inside or outside. So here there is no inside and outside. It is open from here. Even a portion that seems enclosed can be reached without crossing the boundary of the shape. So here what do we see? That this seems that it is closed. Okay, it is enclosed, but we can reach there without crossing the boundary. So we can move from here to the other part. So in the open figure we don't have to cross the boundary. Then in closed figure or closed curve, it begins and ends at the same point. As you can see, the tip of the matchstick. So what is that? From here it has started and ended, begins and ends at the same point, ending at the same point. So closed figure or closed curve, they begin and end at the same point. Like if we are drawing a circle, then also what do we have started from one end point, and when we are going to touch the end point, there we will end, and that will make a closed figure. Now let us discuss about the circles. So in a circle is the set of all points in a plane that are the same distance from a fixed point, called the center of the circle. Now the center of the circle, what it is? First of all, let us see where is the center of the circle. So this is the center of the circle. Okay, this is the center of the circle, and in this circle, if we put on the circumference or on the boundary of the circle we put points. Then what do we see? That the circle, in the circle all the points from the middle, they will have the same distance. The lines will have the same distance from the point on the circle and from the center of the circle. They will have the same length or the same distance. The radius of a circle is a line segment extending from the center to the circle. And so here we see this is the radius. And what does the radius do? It is a line segment. This is a line segment extending from the center to the point on the circle, and that makes the radius. Now diameter. A diameter is a line segment that joins two points on the circle and passes through the center. So here is the diameter from this point to the other point. Okay, from this point to the other point. If the line is joined, okay, the line is joined, then and will pass through the center, then that makes the diameter. We will understand that more in detail. First of all, see what is a chord of a circle. So chord of a circle, a line that connects two points on a circle's circumference. So here we see one point over here, the other point over here, and this line, it is connecting, okay, two points on the circle's circumference. That means on the boundary the points are there, and this line is connecting, and this is called the chord of the circle. This all is called the chord of the circle. A chord is a straight. Now a chord is a straight line. Now let us see how many chords we can see in this figure. A chord is a straight line segment with its end point on the circumference. So circumference of the circle, one end point over here and the other end point over here, then one end point. So what do we see? A straight line. We find a straight line from here to here joining this A and B, then A and E, and then B, E. So how many chords we have seen? We have seen three chords. One here, one this means AB, AE and BE. Okay, they are the three chords. And which is the biggest chord? The diameter BE is the biggest chord. Because why it is called the diameter? Because it has started from this point and started from B, ended at E, and has passed through the center of the circle, and that makes the diameter, and that is the biggest chord. And this part is the interior. Inside of the circle is called the interior of the circle, and this part is called the exterior of the circle. Now if we put a point, okay, C over here, then the C lies in the interior, and suppose F, then this F lies in the exterior of the circle. Now circle and radius we have seen. The radius of a circle is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. All radii are the same. So here we have seen from the center to the point, the line joins and makes the radius. Okay. From here also, from this point on the circle circumference to the center, this makes the radius. This also is the radius. This point also connecting, this is also the radius. So we have seen that radius can be many. Okay, there can be many radius of the circle, and these radius are called the radii, and all of them will be the same. Now let us see in the next figure. So all radii like this OK, OL, OM, ON, all are the radius of the circle, and they are called the radii of the circle. And then length of OK will be equal to ON, will be equal to OM, will be equal to OL because the radius has the same length overall. Then what we have read? We have read about the circumference, that is the distance around the circle. So this green part of the circle, okay, that is the distance around the circle, and that is the circumference of the circle. Then diameter, the distance from the circle through the circle's center to the circle on the opposite side. That means from here, from one side to the other side, okay, from one side to the opposite side, that distance is called the diameter. And diameter is 2 times the radius, that is 2 times the radius. That this part, half of this is the radius, half of this is the radius, that means r plus r is 2r, and that makes the diameter. So diameter is 2 into radius, and radius is the distance from the circle to the center. So this radius is the distance from the circle to the center. This is the radius, and radius is half of the diameter. So as you can see in this picture, see the diameter, if the radius is 1 meter, diameter will be 2 meter. If the radius is 3.5 feet, then the diameter will be 7 feet. It means that diameter is double of the radius. Now semicircle, we will discuss about the semicircle. So semicircle is what? Semicircle is half of a circle, okay? If the circle is cut into 2 parts, the half part is called the semicircle. So a semicircle, it has 2 sides. So semicircle, it has 2 sides. One side is curved. So one side is curved and the other side is straight. The other side of the semicircle is straight. Wait 1 minute. So, see, this part, this is a curved part, and the down part, this is a straight part. So, the semicircle has 2 sides. One side is curved and the other side is straight, and they have 2 corners, one corner here and the other corner over here, and this is called the semicircle. Having 2 corners and 2 sides, one side curved and the other side straight. Now how can we name this? So we can name this like A, then C here we can put, and then B, okay, then we C like this. Then this is called the semicircle ACB. So this is called semicircle ACB. Now let us discuss about arc. What is an arc? So in this figure, what do you see? The first figure we see that the C is in this center, okay, the point C is the center, and it has 2 lines, CB and the other line CA, and they are making a small curve over here, this BA, okay, they make a small curve over here. So this BA is called the arc, okay, the curve BA is called the arc of the circle, and that is minor arc, and we can name it as AB and arc over here. Or if we start from here, okay, if we start from here, the arc will be named BA, okay, arc BA. Then you have to show like this, and if you are writing AB, then the arrow will be pointed like this, okay, from this side, and that is arc AB. Now in the second figure, you can see that the cut is, this curve is bigger from D to E, okay, from D to E, and that makes a semicircle. So here this arc will be D, E, and above that like this. Okay, and the arrow we will show like this. That is arc DE. Now major arc. We are going to read about major arc. Major arc means bigger arc over here. This portion you can see from F to G. Okay, from F to G you can see a big curve. The big curve, red part, that is making F, G, and like this over this, that makes arc FG. Okay, let us show it like this. So that is arc. So arc is a small portion of a circle. That is minor arc. Bigger portion, that will be major arc, and semicircle makes half of the arc. So thank you children. I think this is clear to you.